You are watching a master at work.
And I mean,
if I was you, I would check currently what the Black Friday or Cyber Monday sales are on like Amazon and see if there's
what do you mean? Check what?
Amazon and see if there's now
I'm
is
not understanding what I'm checking
for a newer phone because there may be a better sale.
I've already paid $500 for this phone that you've got, and you want me now to start over and buy a phone?
I'm saying that right now, because of the holiday, there might be a cheaper alternative.
About that. I want that phone that you've got in your hand repaired like it was supposed to be. Because we have not damaged that phone any further. It had to have happened there. I'm telling you, it never has worked since we got it back. I mean, I can come pick the phone up and file small claims. I don't know what else to do.
I'll put it back together for you. You can return tomorrow morning and pick it up.
Okay, and I get my money back?
No. There's no refunds when you damage the screen, ma'am.
We did not damage the screen, sir. We gave it to you to fix, and it has not worked since we got it back. It has not. It turned on, and it turned off immediately. We have not been able to use that phone. We waited. I called that young man that works for you, and one minute he told me I owed over $800. I said, what are you talking about? You've got the wrong customer. And anyway, I'm very disappointed.
Me as well.
I mean, would you like this to happen to you? You take your phone to somebody to fix the screen. You tell me I need to replace the back screen. I paid for that. I paid for everything. I have the receipts. And then you tell me now another screen's broke. Well, I don't know how it got broke, other than during y'all's repair, because why would we damage our own phone? We're trying to get it fixed. I'm out over $500. I have a daughter and 5 grandsons that I take care of, support. I can't afford to just hand you $500.
I'm not asking you to.
And I don't have a phone to work. Still don't.
I still can't tell you how, but in your possession, that phone has been damaged.
It did.
How is that possible?
It has not worked since it was given back to us.
But I gave it to you functional.
It turned on and it turned off.
So I gave it to you functional, and then in the process of the week...
You didn't give it to me functional. It turned... When I got it from you, it wasn't even on. And when we got home, she turned it on, the screen went off, went black, and that's it. It didn't even make a screen. It just made like a light came on, and it went off, and it hasn't come on since. And I called that young man that works for you and told him that. So we waited forever to get the phone back to you to get the back screen on, and now you're telling us the front screen's still broke.
I'm telling you what I found since you brought it to me.
Yeah, you put the phone back together. I'll file small claims. I'll get my money back because we didn't damage the phone. We didn't do anything. We want the phone fixed, and it has not worked since it was given back to us. And we have more than one witness that was there when we turned it on. It turned right back off. Has not worked since you gave it to us. And I told that young man, we called immediately and told them. The screen just went black. So
how is there damage now to the phone?
I don't understand how. I don't know. We never could even turn it on since you gave it back to me. It made a light and turned right back off.
So the screen being physically cracked is just escaped all comprehension here.
I escaped what?
Escaped all comprehension here.
The very first beginning?
No, the screen is cracked now.
It wasn't cracked when I brought it to you today.
I showed you the scuffs and scratches.
Yeah. My daughter and I both don't even know how that got on there. I can't even talk. I'm so upset right now. I don't understand how. We didn't take anything apart. You did. So if there's a screen cracked, you can't see it from the outside.
You can, actually.
There's a tiny little mark in there, which neither my daughter or I know how that got there. It could have been there when you gave it back to me.
Fortunate for us, we do take photos of completed repairs.
I am so glad you do, because when we got it back, or before we gave it to you, we took pictures. When we got it back, we took pictures.
Perfect.
Because, we've never had this problem. We've had phones repaired 1,000,000 times.
Yeah, I asked you earlier to send me those photos because I'd be very concerned.
It's the first time we've had any problem, and I'm just shocked, like beyond shocked, that you expect me to pay more money for another screen that I did not break.
Oh, I don't expect you to pay for it.
I bought 2 screens, a front and a back, and gave them to you to repair the phone. And the phone's not repaired. But I'll let everybody know, for sure, and I will file at the courthouse. So I'll pick it up in the morning. I don't have time tonight to get to you.
No, it won't be done tonight. I'll call you tomorrow when it's done. I will call you tomorrow morning when I get it finished and together. That way you don't just show up and, why isn't it done? I don't want to waste your time or vice versa.
So if I don't hear from you by noon, I'll be there to pick it up either with the police or by myself. We can do it either way. But I'm going
whichever you would like.
You bet.
Yep. You have a blessed night. Crazy lady came in 2 weeks ago with a phone, needing it overnighted for her daughter with chemo. Crimea River, left, right, and center. So we overnighted it. And then, okay, she's got a broken back as well. We overnight that and wait until she can come back into town because she's not in town and she's got to do this, she got to do that. She didn't question the price, anything. I knew she was going to be a problem. I knew it. But what I didn't know is that she would take it for, what, a week and a half and then call during Thanksgiving week when I'm out of town. And apparently Kyle took the message.
It was working when I had it in
Yeah.
my hand.
Yeah.
I never touched it.
You had it last week?
I never worked
she brought it in?
Yeah, she brought it in. I never worked on it. I never touched it.
And it was working. Did she tell you anything about it flashing on and off?
No,
Nothing.
Nothing about that.
Yeah. So now, since she got it, it's been flashing on and off, and she's going to file a civil suit. Awesome. I will countersue. I'll still make my $500. So this is the phone of the crazy. This is what the screen looks like now. Scratch, 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 scratch. Like, this is what it looks like with fingerprints and scratches. Come on, really? I didn't even use it. That's just crazy to me. Like, I showed her these scratches in front of me before she dropped them off, and she was like, I don't know how those, but I got them. Like, look at this. These are deep, like a level 7. These are bad. And the OLED is f***ing cracked down here. So it looks like she smacked it hard enough, you know, dropped it. Put it under a black light and it lights up like the ink is bled from that crack. Cool. That's how it is. You no longer get my warranty. I'm sorry. But now she's suing us, or so she claims. And everyone knows that I love a lawsuit. So welcome to Christopher Loves Life, where countersuits are my jam. Wait and see. This will take some time. So she waited until 2 weeks later, didn't tell us about it flickering on and off or anything, and then all of a sudden had an issue from last week till today. Even if she did tell you something was going on with it, she had 2 weeks that she now claims it was doing it since 21 days ago. 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, like
that's 3 whole weeks it was doing it. So for 2 whole weeks she had it doing that before she even apparently came to the store for any other issue, you know? Didn't have time. Okay, so the crazy from yesterday, I am throwing on the new back glass since she paid for it 3 weeks ago. Screen and back glass, love fam, signatures, everything all together. Speak a little and she will appear. I'm about to call the crazy and then let her know that her device is done. And from there, it's gonna be interesting because I'm gonna request her freaking ID just to make sure that there is no doubt who picked it up, who retrieved the device. She can't say that she never got it back from us. This woman's story changed 3 times yesterday to where it was working fine when she brought it in up until the point that she brought it in. She just showed up and was like, yeah, I'm just getting the back glass done. Didn't mention anything about the blacking out. And then I was like, well, the screen isn't turning on. Is it dead? So I go to plug it in. I'm like, it's on right now, but the screen's not turning. It's like, oh yeah, it flickers off and on a couple of times. I meant to say something about that. And then it was like, well, no, I said something to the guy last week about it. And then it was, oh, well, no, it hasn't worked at all since I got it because it was in a box. We didn't use it. But the point of her overnighting it was her daughter couldn't be without it for more than an hour. So the repair had to be done as quickly as possible on the 7th of November. So we had it for only an hour on the 8th. Found out her screen wasn't the only damage that she had to it. Her back glass was also broken. Then she wanted to overnight that. So the 9th. Then it turns out they sent me an S23. All right, cool, I'll order you the right one. She didn't call me back till the 17th. I'm like, yeah, your back glass is in here. I told you it was gonna be in because I next day aired it again. Then it turned out to be the day before Thanksgiving. I'm not here, he's not doing back glasses. Thank you, goodbye. Now, apparently between the 17th and the day before Thanksgiving, I don't know what day that is, it was working. Kyle had touched it and looked at it and confirmed that it was the customer, but he didn't take it in the back. He didn't work on it. He just looked at it and the phone was functional. Sure, a little scuffed up then, but functional. And now it hasn't worked at all. Day she got it back and her story has changed again. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm making like a game desk for me and the kids and the family. I'll resin epoxy it. Yeah, so our family was established in 2018. This is gonna be it. I'm gonna round this over so I didn't fill these 3 that weren't cut. So I'm gonna round it over decent enough. But yeah, heat. So I just had a customer. When I called him to give him the price to his repair after he got a board wash done, his daughter dropped it in the toilet today. And so I told him, hey, 2 options. We do the board wash, clean up all the corrosion, and it works. That's option 1. Great, perfect society. That happens probably 1 out of 5. Now, option 2 is something dissipated the power since it was on and then blacked out. He's had a screen replacement before at you-know-who's. There's no water seal. So the screen is also cracked. Would you assume the screen is bad? Because now I tell him I need a screen and a battery, and he's like, well, how did that happen? I thought we were just gonna do the board wash. So he's gonna be in a total of about 280 bucks on this phone, but it'll be up and working. Sucks to suck. Don't go to Text, they won't replace your water seal. It's a seal for a reason.
Yeah, life can be super happy, life can be super sad. I'm trying super hard to separate the good and bad. I go back to my future just to get to my past, but knowing me, my DeLorean will probably